Hey, what's good, y'all? We back with another video, man. And today, I just wanted to talk about last night's match between the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley taking on the Rated R Superstar Cope, which was a pretty damn good match. It was a lot better than their match at AEW Revolution. I feel like their AEW Revolution match really disappointed me. I'm not saying it was terrible. A lot of people online saying that match was terrible. I don't think the match was terrible. But when you have two top stars and two legends in the business like Jon Moxley and Cope, you would expect the match to be a lot better than what it was at Revolution. So they made up for it in this match. This was basically part two. This time a street fight. And the match pretty much started off on the outside of the arena, and I believe they said it on commentary multiple times that it was a blizzard happening outside, which was crazy as hell. So it was cold as fuck, and Cope and Mox are out there beating each other's asses on the outside to start this street fight off. So yeah, man, eventually the action gets in the arena, and it gets inside the ring. And y'all already know what spot I really want to talk about in this video, because it's going pretty much viral. It's been going viral since last night. But yeah, man, I'm going to get to it. So yeah, Mox and Cope are battling it out in the ring. Pretty damn good street fight. Already this match is better than their Revolution match. And yeah, so Cope goes outside and brings out his buddy Spike. And we all know what Spike is. Spike is basically a 2x4 painted in black, covered in spikes, covered in nails. Similar to Janice. A lot similar to, do y'all remember Abyss TNA's, his weapon? His weapon, Janice? So Cope is bringing out Spike here. And then Cope and Mox are fighting each other over Spike. They don't want to be hit by Spike. But eventually, Cope gets the upper hand. Cope gets the upper hand on the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. And then boom, Cope hits a nasty ass suplex on Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley's back lands, back first on Spike. This has to be one of the most craziest spots ever on live television at that. This wasn't on pay-per-view, nothing. This was on free television right here, bro. Jon Moxley landing back first on Spike, landing back first on nails. And oh my fucking God. If you all seen the way that this Spike, that this shit was sticking on the back of Jon Moxley, man. Oh my fucking God, bro. I thought that he was going to lose so much blood, man. I thought it was over for Mox. Because even the ref tried to take it out of his back and it didn't come out, bro. Like, that shit was stuck. That shit was stuck as hell, bro. That's like 230 pounds landing on a 2x4 covered in nails. That shit is crazy as hell, bro. Hey, and I've been reading the comments under that video, the YouTube video, when they re-uploaded the match between Moxley and Cope, that street fight last night on Dynamite. A lot of the comments saying that Jon Moxley had to drive 11 hours to the show. He had to drive 11 hours to the Dynamite show just to pull off that fucking bump, bro, which is insane. If that is true, yo, major props to Jon Moxley, and just shout out Jon Moxley, because he gets a lot of hate, man. Jon Moxley gets a lot of hate from a lot of people. He had to drive 11 hours and I forgot where they were at last night. I don't know the specific location, but apparently where they were at, they said a blizzard was taking place. So Mox had to drive 11 hours in the blizzard just to take a crazy ass bump like that, bro. That's wild. A lot of people been saying that they don't really like Mox as AEW World Champion, which I can understand. I can understand a lot of people's frustration with Mox and what are their name? What's their name now? They were the Blackpool Combat Club. They are the Death Riders. The Death Riders. A lot of people don't like the Death Riders storyline right now, which I can understand because when it first began, I was very, very optimistic, but it's like this is not really going anywhere, at least to where I thought it was going. But I can understand people don't like Mox right now and at the moment because they want a new world champion. They're fed up with this storyline. But you have to admire the fact that Jon Moxley is doing shit like this. He's pulling out spots like this for y'all's entertainment. For ours entertainment, bro. He's doing this for our entertainment. This man is taking a suplex 10 feet in the air. Landing, I'm not going to say 10 feet. I'll give him 8 feet in the air. Landing 8 feet in the air, back first. On a fucking 2x4 cover and nails, bro. And that was one of the most realest spots ever in professional wrestling. Because you can clearly see those nails. I mean, they're probably like half an inch stuck in Jon Moxley, bro. Those nails were not coming out of Jon Moxley by itself, bro. Because you could clearly see the ref and Wheeler Yuta were trying to pull that shit out of Moxley's back, and it just wasn't working, bro. So Mox was selling that shit for at least like 2 minutes straight. Like, that was some crazy ass shit, man. And shout out Jon Moxley for taking that bump. Oh my God, dude. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Jon Moxley took a break from television after that shit. Because, god damn. That has to be one of the most painful spots ever, bro. It was so many nails. And the fact that it was just stuck on his back for like 2 minutes. Oh my God, bro. One of the most sick, one of the most craziest, most brutal, psychotic visuals in professional wrestling, at least in the modern era, was Jon Moxley's back covered in spikes. Was Jon Moxley's back and Spike being stuck to his back. Oh my God. And then when he finally took Spike off of his back, it was just so much blood come out of Jon Moxley's back. I thought he was going to bleed out, bro. Like, he could barely move his back. At some point, when Colt was trying to pin Mox, he could barely move. Mox could barely really, he couldn't really move like he wanted to because his shit was just so fucked. His back was just damaged. Like, his shit was done for a minute. I thought, I honestly, after that spot, I didn't know if Mox could finish the match off, to be honest with you. But he did, which why I respect the hell out of Jon Moxley, man. A lot of people say that spot last night was a little bit too much. They took it a little bit too far. In my opinion, I mean, shit, I don't think they took it too far at all. It's AEW. They've been doing crazy shit since the beginning. And Tony Khan has always said that he has based AEW off of early ECW days. And when you have a guy like Jon Moxley in a fucking street fight, what do you expect? I know that shit was so brutal and just nasty to look at, but I mean, hey, would you want this or a boring ass match like they had at Revolution? At least this time they had people talking. They had people buzzing. At least this time it wasn't as bad as the Revolution matchup. So I'll say I don't think they took it too far at all. I think, hey, Jon Moxley has done even crazier shit in the past. But, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me personally, I think that this was one of Jon Moxley's craziest bumps ever. He has probably had more crazier bumps in his days. But this Spike shit, man, this was on a whole nother level because you see how deep they were in Mox. That shit wasn't coming out, bro. So I don't think they took it too far, but it was still crazy as hell to fucking witness, especially live. But yeah, man, that's one of the most craziest spots ever. A lot of people talk shit on AEW. You know, I don't care. Talk shit, do what you want, talk. You know what I'm saying? You could dislike AEW, you could like AEW. I don't really care. Me personally, I'm a fan of AEW. I'm a fan of WWE. I like wrestling. But last night was one of the most craziest spots ever. Shout out Jon Moxley. Shout out Cope for that banger match. That match, like I said before in this video, was a lot better than the Revolution match. And yeah, man, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video. And I'm looking forward to see Jon Moxley taking on Swerve Strickland at AEW Dynasty within the next couple of weeks. But until then, man, y'all stay safe, stay cool. And if y'all enjoyed last night's match between Jon Moxley and Cope, and if y'all enjoyed that spot, let me know y'all's opinion on that crazy ass spot with Jon Moxley and Spike, man. How did y'all think about that spot? But until next video, man, y'all stay safe, stay cool, and I'm gonna see y'all later, man. Peace.